And we've just touched down in Melbourne, so we're going to be here for the next few days. We've got a bunch of bike shops to check out and catch up with the boys, so we haven't planned too much besides that, so stick around and let's go check out what we get up to. How the fuck did they get that in here? They must have flown it straight in through the windows. Jesus Christ. Bathroom check. Damn, look at this.
Oi.
Not bad. Every now and then you got to spoil yourself a little bit. How sick is a view from this room? Penthouse, baby! Jokes, we're nowhere near the top, but this is awesome. So we just got to our room. We're in the CBD of Melbourne. And we've got a few more hours until our reservation for dinner. So for now, I think we're going to go hit the streets and do some exploring. All right, we've just been cutting laps and come across the Eiffel Tower. And not only that, why is no one skating this? Where's all the kids terrorising this shit? This is dope. I do see a lot of skate clips and a lot of pro skaters coming into Melbourne, out of Melbourne. So no doubt there'll be some footage of that because it's just perfect for skaters. But for now, we're gonna go check out what this is. Turns out the big Eiffel Tower thing is the Art Centre of Melbourne, but next to it is the Nat Gallery, what is it? National Gallery of Victoria. So let's go check it out. Also, Jenna rocking the Benny Chop Never Perfect shirt. So let's go have a look. No, we won't, because this looks like a back door. Off to the front. Things that I love to do when I'm in a different city or country or whatever is just cut laps by foot, because there's a lot of weird shit that you come across. And I'll try and zoom in. No, I won't. But there's fucking little birds all over these little screens just everywhere. I'm not sure what the story is, but there's a couple of bin chickens coming. Can someone explain to me what the hell's going on with these birds? All right, we've just hit the Nat Gat. Thumbs up, big water wall. This is cool. Let's go check it out. Just come out of the Nat Gat now, and it's pretty good. It's free admission and the place is absolutely massive. I think there's about 4 stories of fashion to old art from like 1600s old. So that was pretty cool. The security there also makes you feel like you're about to knock off every single painting in the whole building. May have something to do how I'm dressed, but that's part of the experience. And now we're off to the next stop. We've just left dinner, had a bit of dessert. And it's maybe I've left it a little bit late to get a higher car, but we're going to try tonight and see how we go tomorrow. G'day guys, and welcome to day 2 of the Canberra trip. Where are we? Melbourne. Welcome to day 2 of the Melbourne trip. So as you can see, beautiful day. We left the freezer that was Canberra and we've arrived in the fridge that is Melbourne. But it's nice weather out. We got a bit of a walk on today, so just a jumper on, but we got the jacket on standby. We got the coffees, so at the moment we've got about a 45-minute walk to go pick up the hire car, and then we're going to hit a bunch of shops. So stick around and let's see where we end up. And I don't know what it is about Melbourne, but just for a little shitty Suzuki Swift or something tiny or compact, I guess the category is, it's like fucking nearly $200. So we ended up finding somewhere that was a fraction of that. So will it run all night or make it through the whole day? I've got no idea. So that's all part of the adventures. Get some fucking B-roll for the boys. Osier Lane, baby. If you've ever heard of all the graffiti in Melbourne, this is the street that it's on. So yeah, we lucked out. This is actually on the way to our car hire. So, oh. This is cool. We're running about an hour late to the hire car, so hopefully we've got a bit of daylight on the way back and be able to hang in here for a little bit longer. Is this thing on? Is that an Eminem song?
I don't know.
Alright, so we're in the hire car. We've just picked up the little Maserati and we are just heading out of the city. Now, one thing is that I never pay for is the extra insurance. I just think the amount of cars that you hire, it's just not worth it. Did I pay for it today because we're in Melbourne and there's hook turns? Yes. Am I glad I did? Yes, because we are maybe 100 meters out of from where we picked the hire car up from, and we just heard a horn and a massive smash. Now, what happened behind us was a ute missed us probably by inches and smashed into a wall. So that's a good start to our trip, but we've got about a half hour, 45-minute drive to our first stop, which is Naked Racer. And if you haven't heard of that before, it is a motorcycle museum just out of town. Not only is it a museum, they've got a pretty good restaurant attached to it, and that's where we'll be having breakfast. By the time we get there, it might be lunchtime, so who knows what we'll get, but we'll see you when we get there. Yeah. You know you're at the right place when they got a giant bus like this beast of a thing sitting out front. So as you can see, we made it to Naked Racer and we haven't even got inside yet, and there's bikes and old cars scattered everywhere. So looking forward to seeing what they've got going on inside. That sounds good. All right, let's go head in and check it out. See the cactus hold up the lights? Oh, this is mad. It's probably been a few years since I've been here, so look at this near bone stock V-Rod. You almost forget what they look like without a 40-inch front wheel and bright pink paint job. Cheers, bro. Thank you. Jenna's first time here. What do you think?
Who's the boy? Who's the girl?
The food here is no joke.
Oh yeah.
Something we've just been staring at while having lunch is this old Indian, and we just read the sign, and now when you think of the Terminator, you always think of the Fat Boy, basically what put the Fat Boy on the map, and I think the early 90s, maybe Terminator 2, but this is the actual bike out of the Terminator 3, so nice old Indian, which is something you never hear about, probably because it's an Indian. Run at me in the comments. And I've also just noticed something at the back that we might swing around to, and so far I've not seen one of these in Australia. These are fresh off the boat, and somehow the guys have got one here, but we'll wrap around and catch it on the way out. So we got a bunch of these Bruff Superiors. I don't know a whole lot about these, but if you check out the suspension, there's a whole lot of things that you just generally do not see on bikes. So they are also extremely long. And then you come around here, and I'm not sure if this whole place is themed in any way, but we've got a bunch of Indians as we wrap around the corner. So something I've also been noticing on a lot of these bikes, they're actually for sale. And I've seen a handful of old Harleys, Indians. So if you're in the market for a good burger and a new bike, come on down. Check out the Antique Motorcycle Weekend. Shout out to the boys. So as I mentioned earlier, bunch of bikes for sale. Beautiful old WLA. Looks like it's had a fair bit of restoration as well.
What's that for? Is that a gun?
That's to hold your bazooka. As we come down to a few of the Japanese imports, we got a bunch of these old turbos. Turbo Hondas, CX500s. Oh, here we go, CX650 and a CX500. It's pretty rare to see one of these in the wild, so to see them here is actually pretty sweet. And then adjacent, we got the Suzukis with the old rotaries. Now, I have seen one of these in the wild. These sound absolutely wicked, and you can really hear the sound of the rotary come through these. We might kill it here because we don't want to film people eating their lunch. Just spotted something. There's something about that old school Harley logo, which is just dope as hell. So no idea when these came out, but it's cool to see the flat tracker style handlebars and skinny as hell tyres. So I'm not sure if this is currently a running workshop, but it sure as hell looks like my shed. Just shit everywhere. But moving on, we just had a cool chat with one of the guys at work here. So it's, yeah, nice to sort of hear how the Melbourne scene is and what they got going on down this way, and also get a few contacts for us to possibly check out while we're down here as well. I've got no idea what that is, but that's dope. Look at this old little leather bag as well. Okay, I'm noticing a bit of a theme here. So it looks like we got a whole bunch of the Bimotas. Is that how you pronounce it? Anyway, we got a heap of these. Look, come around here, check this out. Single-sided swing arm on the front. No, it's not. Okay. This almost looks like it's the rear end. So check out all these linkages. We got a shock on one side and some arms on the other side. I think my brain's just glitched and it's absolutely fried my brain. I have no idea about that. But moving on. This looks like an absolute weapon. Again, we got that funny style front suspension. I can't even see a shock absorber in that. I'm gonna have to get some B-roll of that, because that's the last one cooked me, and this has absolutely done me. This is why I'm no good at this shit. I just got to stop and stare at everything. What the fuck is that? Okay, I'm slowly working it out now. We got a shock absorber down the underneath here, but there's no actual spring. Anyway, I'm going to come back to that. Let's move on. This looks like some Mad Max looking shit. Oh, here you go. Mad Max 1. This bike was used in the original Mad Max movie.
This one?
This one here, by the looks of it, yeah.
Sick.
That's cool. I don't even know where to start with all this, but I have noticed a little Harley in the corner. Cool little iron head. Look at the paint colour on this, like a magenta. Here we go. 1969 Sportstar. This bike is a one-owner machine with 6,000 original miles from new. That's cool. Also for sale if anyone's after an original iron head. As we come around. Oh, this is actually a part of it. I thought someone had just parked up and had to Uber home after too many beers. All right, so this is what I seen earlier. This is one of the brand new Fat Boys that just rolled off the showroom floor. So these were, I think, a tribute back to the maybe early 90s Fat Boy, and that's why they run the yellow stripe around. And they've also done these, it's not considered chrome, it's an actual paint coating. I forget what it's actually called, but yeah, so Fat Boy tribute. I think this is a 2025, so this is definitely the first one that I've seen in person, and yeah, they've done well. coming down to whatever this is. I'm not even sure where to start with that. And we got a handful of Indians as well. We've just bumped into Andy, who's a part of the Dandenong Hog chapter. He's doing the same thing we are. We're getting a bit of filming, and that's what this place offers. People are travelling from all over the place to check this out. So what was your channel, Andy?
Yeah, so it's just Andy_Harding on the YouTube. I'm just a local vlogger, and I just film my rides and do what I like to do.
And what are you riding at the moment?
I've got the Harley with me today. I've got the Street Bob, it's a
Awesome.
2011. Yep. I'm lucky enough to have 2 bikes. I've got the Multistrada at home too, so...
Yeah, have you had a chance to look inside yet? You've been here before?
Yeah, I'm just about to go in. I've ordered myself a coffee. I've got some permission to do some filming in there for my own channel, so
awesome.
I'm going to go and have a wander around and go and have a look at the Terminator 3 bike. So,
we've seen that, and it's very nice to meet you. And
You
I'll see
too,
on the
all
next
the
one.
best.
Catch you later.
I'll catch you later, thank you.
See this one? Look at the rake on it. This thing has been thrashed. That's cool. That was cool. As you would have just seen, we just met Andy. He's a local. Go check out his channel. Oh, old shovelhead. All right, we got to get out of here. Ah, man, look at this one now. Look at the big fat bars on it. That's cool. From here, we got a few more stops to go. I think we're running extremely late, but that's just what you get with these days. You bump into people, you get stuck talking shit, which isn't a bad thing. So we are next stop. I don't know what suburb we're in. I'm going to put it up here on the screen. But there's also another bike shop down here that we want to check out. So let's get in the car and get going. And we just dropped the hire car off. So that is day 2, done and dusted down here in Melbourne. We managed to see a bunch of the boys. We couldn't get around to everyone as we had to drop the car back off. And everyone spread out a lot more than we thought they were. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you for part 2 next week. Cheers.
Just designed these last night.
We're allowed to show these?
Yay!